So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Community Reading Sunday by the Bibliophile family. Today, we will be discussing letter 59 and 60 of the book Focus on What Matters by Darius Foru. So, these two chapters are quite related to each other in a way that one causes the other. When we think what other people think about us, sometimes we are moving outwards, and that outwardness results in envy. So let's move to the first chapter, first letter, that is on eradicating envy. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Yes. So on eradicating envy, what Darius Soru says that during the pandemic, what happened was we started to grow inward because we didn't have to go outside and we did things what mattered the most to us. We did things what made us happy. And eventually, like we baked breads and we painted and we read books. So, amidst all that chaos that was happening outside, we chose to live for ourselves. And then at that time, it was very peaceful and quite enriching experience. And then eventually, yes, we life happened and then pandemic ended, and then we grew outward again. So when envy happens, when we focus more on outwardness and what others are doing, and we compare ourselves to others. So for example, when we see on internet when people are showing their travels and their luxury, so we think that whether my life is enough or not, and whether what I am doing, whether that is enough or not, and I should do more and more so as to get that life. So we start comparing ourselves with others because we focus more what is not in our control. So, what I mean by what is in our control, that what our life is going through, we can control that, and we cannot change our things in a way we want in comparison with others. So, instead of being outwardly, we could be more inwards and thinking आपके लिए क्या important है, what is more important to us, and then one more thing the author says is we measure our worth based on the people with whom we spend our time with. So sometimes ऐसा होता है ना कि कोई एक बहुत ही luxury group है and they are very rich and they are super classy and we want to spend time with them because we would think that उनके साथ रहने से our worth will increase because we are a part of that group like that. But that doesn't mean actually that you actually belong there to that place. Maybe that group is not your tribe because we are not focusing inwards that what we want, what is our expectation, what are our interests and needs, and we focus on what is more good based on society and status wise क्या better है, and according to that we try to spend time. That doesn't mean that TBF does this. This is a book very general. I don't think we do that because we are inward people and we find our tribes based on what we actually like. So TBS is one of the groups that we like and we love spending time with each other, and that we found our tribe here. So, and that is sometimes kind of a social status as well. कि हम we are a part of a group that incorporates reading more. rather than showing off. So I love that कि हम एक book community का part है. Then he also points out about that we have to be our own self. So how can we be our own self? By finding the things that we like. And he says that the solution is always within ourselves. So how to find that we already know by being practicing journaling and gratitude. Through journaling, we get to know what actually we want, and then uh, we get to know that even if we don't have what we want, we can improve, not just comparing ourselves based on what others are doing. So I'll give my example. Like there is a lot of fad about doing a lot of things, and I didn't get envious. I was uh, being envied upon. So people used to get envy of me, and I was never able to think in school as well, in my college as well, ki, what should I do to make people not jealous of me, or to fit in. The next chapter is about fitting in as well. So we face this. Like there are two facets of a coin, right? One is being envious, and one is being envied upon. So author included how to not be jealous, but I am also talking about how not to be being jealous upon. So in recent times, I was being faced with one problem that my book was excerpts of my book was being copied by someone, and that was a very close friend of mine, and then she published the book in with the same publishing house. So it was very unfortunate. But then I got to know that maybe that person's entire thing was on writing, or on copying someone, maybe. So we could be more considerate. So I'm trying to be more considerate on being कि लोग आपसे अगर jealous हो रहे हैं तो you don't feel much bad because you cannot do anything about it mostly. So yes, so that is it, and I'll share the next slide. This. So Epictetus shares insights on being envy and how we can control that, how we can control our envy or jealousy. So one is focusing on what we can control or what we can't, that I shared. That काम करना, अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करना, एंड जो हमें चाहिए, knowing what we know and working on that, that is the things we can focus upon. We cannot focus on someone else sitting thousand miles away from us and doing things, and we getting jealous of them because we don't know what they went through. That is, understand the price, what they paid for being at that position. You don't know what they went through, what all they did to get at that position. And maybe when your friends are traveling, like a lot of my friends travel a lot, and maybe when they're traveling and sharing the pictures, the grass is always greener, but you don't know the inside कि actual में क्या चल रहा है. And so maybe they worked hard for it. Maybe they were doing work from home. तो वो काम करते करते भी trip पे हैं. So you just don't get an idea based on few photos and few things that social media just shows us. And then finally, when we understand what others might have gone through at for being at this position and what they are, and then practicing gratitude that we also did a lot of things, and we can compare ourselves before and after what we have reached till now and what we did to achieve so much, and we grew so much. So that will happen when we practice gratitude and we get to understand कि हमने भी बहुत कुछ किया है लाइफ में, and we are constantly doing and we are progressing. So understanding yourself more, being inward, what you are doing instead of comparing yourselves with others, that is the thing Epictetus is trying also to say as well. So yes, this stage is open to discuss anything we would like to share on this chapter on envy, eradicating envy. Morning,
Um,
Shweta ma'am. Yes, Anuj.
Someone was trying to talk before me. It's okay. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Palak, first of all, it's a beautiful visual presentation. Loved it. The colors and it's so precise also. Like आप slide देख के समझ जाओगे क्या होने वाला है kind of if you haven't read it, and if you've read it, nothing like it. Yeah. So on envy and how to eradicate envy. As you were talking, something just came to mind. I had when I was in school, when I was a student, I had a classmate, and I don't know, I never knew that she envied me so much that she would try to copy every action of mine and every incident that happened in my life in school. I would come to know through different groups that whatever you said yesterday, XYZ spoke about it today, as if she was the center of that entire incident. So it went on for many years. And very interestingly, that girl is still in touch with me. She maintained touch with me to the extent that when she knew I got married, she actually started looking for a guy instantly, which was the limit, which was the height. It sounds very funny, but yeah, it has happened. So now what I try to do is I try to think how to help her out of this because it's been so many years, you know, and I realize that she has this syndrome, envy syndrome, जहाँ पे उसको जरूरी है कि वो whatever I'm going through, she has to go through. So what I do is I try to talk to her about the good things that she does in her life. She need not emulate everything that I'm doing. And of course, I mean, there is a lot of distance, physical distance between us also. So we don't talk or meet on regular basis. She tries to pop up messages every now and then to know what is going on. But then I have to keep telling her. And yeah, on a practical note, to understand the way you said, how you have tried to understand that people envied you in college and how you tried to give it a thought. It's very essential to be empathetic बिकॉज़ कई लोगों का वो एक इनेट नेचर होता है। इट्स नॉट दैट इट मेक्स देम बैड और और नेगेटिव ह्यूमन बीइंग, इट्स जस्ट दैट इट दे आर सो कंज्यूम्ड बाय इट कि उनको एक्चुअली हेल्प कर पाना बहुत बड़ी बात होती है। और जब आप एक एन्वी होने के पात्र होते हो ना, इसका मतलब आपके अंदर इतना विज़डम होता है कि आप उनको हेल्प कर सको, समहाउ। सो आई थिंक दैट्स वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट. And yeah, it's very essential to get rid of this thing. And once you start practicing gratitude, at least you can keep away from envying others. Because, like you said, the grass will always be greener, definitely. But I can so resonate with what you said about people posting pictures. एक एक समय ऐसा था जब मैं इतनी कंज्यूम हो गई थी। फेसबुक उस जमाने में बहुत जोर शोर से चलता था। जो देखो हॉलिडे कर रहा है, जो देखो पिक्चर्स पोस्ट कर रहा है, एंड आई एम स्लॉगिंग, आई एम नॉट गोइंग एनीवेयर, आई एम नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग, व्हाट एम आई डूइंग विद माय लाइफ? That is when I realized that, there are people who sometimes make it up. There are people who sometimes go through difficult situations to get through to that one single holiday. So many things happen. So it doesn't mean that what I am doing is little. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing enough. But yeah, everyone has their own take in life. So जी शेर सिंह जी शायद होगा, but very luckily 2021 से I am completely off Facebook. इंस्टा का अकाउंट नहीं है, पलक knows it very well. जो एक खोल रखा है वो बड़ी मुश्किलों से बच्चों ने खोला है, but I don't check also. So I'm happy, I can happily say that I'm off social media. व्हाट्सएप जोर शोर से यूज करती हूँ because that helps me stay connected with people. So yeah, thank you so much, Palak, for discussing this, and you beautifully presented it in a very short and crisp manner. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Nidhi. I relate with so many things, and there are so many people. I'm not just bragging, but there are so many people around me. from school till now, even now, that they try to copy, and I do so much in my power not to be impacted by that, but I do get impacted because जो भी आप कर रहे हैं वो कॉपी हो रहा है, like to the extent that the book is being copied, and that was like my sweat and everything, my creativity, that was Sambal was being copied. So I was in shock that what to do now. So obviously we did the whole Shungari. I'm glad she's there in my life. She's a lawyer, तो वो उसने बहुत हेल्प किया उस पे कॉपीराइट इन्फ्रिंजमेंट एंड एवरीथिंग. But yes, sometimes it's draining as well. I try to be empathetic, but nowadays what I do is I cut off people from such people from the life. कि अगर if your people are not celebrating and they are so much envious that they drain energy out of you, then I cut them off so that my energy is conserved. Nowadays I focus on energy conservation a lot, and TBS actually builds that energy a lot. Yes, our empathy is also misunderstood. Thank you so much, Energy. Yes, Shweta ma'am, would you like to share? Yes. Hello, good morning, Energy. Good morning, Chankati. It's so good to see you here.
Good morning, good morning, ma'am.
Hi, Chankati. आज तो सेलिब्रिटीज है भाई, प्रियंका दी, श्वेता मैम आए. आई एम सो हैप्पी. गुड मॉर्निंग बोथ ऑफ यू. Yes. Anyone else would like to share? We can discuss. We have time.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you, Palak, for taking the session because earlier it was a marked for me, very short time. So, on empathy, just I want to share my personal experience that we always try to that I will be empathetic, but the vibes of the environment are so strong that we are carried away. So, very rightly said that practicing gratitude or practicing the self practices like I practice yoga, meditation. I always try to be kind, try to be humble, polite, but the vibration of the environment are so strong that we are carried away. So most of time we try that I will not practice envy, but to just save ourselves from the vibes of the environment, we need to do our self practices like practicing gratitude, understanding the price, and that it always like helpful because focusing on what we can control only ourselves, our behavior, our response, and it comes with the self practices like what we do, like book reading, practicing gratitude. So it's from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, Vinit sir. Shweta ma'am, would you like to share? Empathy, Shweta ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Actually, this is a very relatable topic. We all must have faced this on and off. और जैसे कि इमी जी ने शेयर किया, पलक ने शेयर किया, शेर सर ने शेयर किया, बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं आपकी लाइफ में अ, जो आपको कॉपी करने की कोशिश करते हैं और अ, लेकिन एवरी टाइम टू बी एम्पैथेटिक towards them, sometimes it's not easy. I would like to give example of my neighbor. मतलब अभी नहीं, now I have shifted somewhere else, but she was my neighbor for a very long time, for almost 17 18 years. Excuse me. So my immediate neighbor, so it was like हर चीज कॉपी करना एंड मतलब कुछ दिनों बाद तो जब मेरे बच्चे हुए, मेरे बच्चों ने नोटिस करना स्टार्ट कर दी, When any plant is in my garden, then it has to be in her garden too. When anything, any uh, my balcony decoration idea, anything, if anything is there, then it has to be there too. Then, uh, like my family members were like, "मम्मा ये क्या है?" तो मैंने कहा कोई बात नहीं बेटा, मतलब that means you are inspiring someone और ऐसा करके we try to understand like but every time it's not easy ना uh, when you purchase some dress and then she purchased the same dress but ठीक है ये बहुत kiddish लगता है मुझे सोच कर भी sometimes you don't even want to react as it is very childish तो ऐसा होता है ऐसे लोग मिलते हैं तो ठीक है एंड शी इज़ माय फ्रेंड ऐसा नहीं मैं बोलूँगी कि शी इज़ वेरी हेल्पफुल तो मैं उनके और एस्पेक्ट्स देखती हूँ कि ठीक है this is her one of the part of her nature like but she is a good friend she is very helpful so that way we accept people.
So true. Acceptance as well, like accepting the way they are and moving on is also one thing we can do. Yes, Anand.
I think acceptance on two levels. We should accept the way they are also, or we should also be so gracefully accepting the fact कि हम envy के पात्र हैं. Why not? हम अच्छे हैं तो डेफिनेटली अच्छे हैं. हम हर बार क्यों ये सोचे कि अरे नहीं 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 why not required not needed. अरे we should celebrate. Okay, not that वो सर पे चढ़ जाना चाहिए, but yeah, I think acceptance should be at both levels. But being empathetic along with being the, being the fact being that we are liable to be envious of. तो वो जोरदार कॉम्बिनेशन होगा. उसके बाद हम किसी की हेल्प करें, ठीक है, मतलब ग्रेस होना चाहिए हम में इतना कि हाँ एक्सेप्ट कर ले.
Very true. Very well said, Amaji, as well. It's a part of human nature and you can accept it. And absolutely, if you are being envious of someone, Abhi, ye, the Epictetus was talking, Darius Guru was talking about how not to be envy of others. But I included this concept as well, that how not to be impacted by the people who get envious of you. So when Amaji, you're telling that it's a human nature. Yes, we should accept that it's a human nature, and if we are being jealous of others, we can accept that and we can improve upon that. Like we have better things to do, and growing inward. So focusing on what we can control, that is our inner self, and understanding others as well. That they had done so much, they have achieved that. They actually worked hard for what they are experiencing right now. So yes, very true. Yes, Priyamkati, good morning.
Good morning, Palak, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello. Uh, Actually, I want to share something. Uh, कोई मेरे से जेलस होता है वो तो मुझे नहीं पता, पर क्या होता है ना, समटाइम्स मुझे लगता है कि किसी का कुछ चीज है उससे मैं इंस्पायर होती हूँ, तो वो पता नहीं एनबी सोना है कि नहीं है, पर मैं क्या करती हूँ कि मैं आई शिफ्ट माई एनर्जी towards positively. Actually, when someone's success or skills inspire me, I use that drive to take small step consistently towards my own improvement, and that's all.
Very true, Priyamkati. So nicely explained. Yes, inspiration is always constructive. Yes, Priyamkati and Anand, because either I have actually read in emotional intelligence as well. Instead of being envious, be inspirational. Like उनसे आप
Yes,
inspire
yes.
होइए. Yes. Very true. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, so we can take the selfie and yes, Rumi sir. Yes, and use a kind of obsession. All right, so I'll stop sharing my screen. I know. Oh my God. All right, I would request you all to turn on the camera. You can take a selfie. Hi, Diti. Hello, Kajay. Good morning. Ashwataman. Yes, I would request everyone to turn on the camera if possible. Sumit sir, Amarji. हाय प्रियंका दी आप दोनों को एक स्क्रीन पे देख के बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है गुड मॉर्निंग सर आ जाइए
Camera is not opening.
नाइस थैंक यू ऑलराइट थैंक यू सो मच move on to the next chapter. It's the letter 60. It talks about on not caring about what others think, what people think. So I in the beginning of the session I talked about this that these two chapters are quite interlinked. On this is the more outwardly approach and thinking about what others think, and then eventually that happens is that we get envious. So how to solve that non or not caring about what other people think is what happens is in the initial days आपका career for example in if you are in childhood and when we don't know much about things we usually take the opinion and the path of what people tell us like our parents कि ऐसा करो तो अच्छा होगा ऐसा नहीं करोगे तो अच्छा नहीं होगा like you will be good or bad so we are divided into two things this happens in quite the whole school time and the childhood and the adolescence period that we there is something called good behavior and there is a bad behavior or bad thing. So you try to fit into the good thing, and that might be into good beauty standards or to be in good scoring and average student, middle student and topper and low below average student. तो हम एक कैटेगरी में डिसाइड होते जाते हैं हमारी लाइफ में एंड वी ट्राई टू फिट इन टू द बेटर कैटेगरी बेस्ट कैटेगरी rather than being in a better in a lower category and that inspires and inculcate the feeling that what others will think of you because you try to fit in so, for example, in my school as well, there used to be girls. I was in a girls' school, and it was a convent, and it was very strict, very harsh, and very extreme discipline in that school. And then there we were categorized. तो A section जो toppers का था, B उससे कम, C उससे कम, D उससे कम, like that. So we always aspire to go to the A section. आप हमेशा हर साल आप सोचते हो कि आप अच्छे सेक्शन में जाओगे and when you are of certain fit and build you might be bullied कि why your weight is so much or why your color is that and you try to just be into the mold what the society created for you and उस behavior से बाहर निकलने में बहुत टाइम लगता है आपको that no one is thinking लोगों के पास बहुत और चीजें हैं करने की rather than आपके बारे में सोचने की and then you focus on yourself more so I would like to share my things. Like I was a very nerdy person. I used to read a lot, and I used to have my music classes. So my routine and my priorities were very different from my classmates. So I had to prepare for my classical music exam as well. I had to prepare for some other things as well, and I had to study as well. So people were not able to gather that ये इतना कुछ क्यों कर रही है and why she is so nerdy and so geek type. But that actually helped me in the future when I realized that this is a very good thing that I am doing. I have so many skills now that I can work upon. So yes, so being different is a very good thing, and we have to embrace that we are different from others. And when we realize that what we want, we अंदर देखें, inner self को देखें that what we want, then we can find our tribe. We necessarily not have to fit into that one group that everyone aspires to be in. We can create another group, or we can search that group when we know that what we want. So, for example, we at TBF, so we love to read. We are very healthy. We love to be healthy and fit in our whole life, in our journey. So we have our tribe. तो हमने पहले रियलाइज किया कि हमें क्या पसंद है, एंड देन हम उस ग्रुप में हम ज्वाइन हो गए. So like that, now I am a part of so many book clubs and so many classical communities because I know I love that. So first finding out what you love, and then moving to the tribe, rather than trying to fit into that one particular group that is a उसको मापदंड बोल सकते हैं कि वो दैट इज द बेस्ट ग्रुप और अकॉर्डिंग टू द सोसाइटी. एंड देन this line has been given by Darius Koru that happy people don't care about what others think. You can move that opinion to a different language rather than being afraid of what people will think. जैसे कुछ एक नया काम आप करने जाते हैं, sometimes you feel that क्या लोग क्या सोचेंगे. We for career as well, कि हमें कुछ एकदम नया करना है. For example, I when I started writing a book, I never thought that this would give me so much joy, और मुझे लगा था कि क्या ही होगा. So I didn't think much about what others will think, but sometimes people think कि आप क्या क्या सोचेंगे लोग, कुछ जब आप अलग करते हैं. Yes, very true, sir. For example, जैसे शेर सर आप इतना लंबा ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, not everyone does that. Like you are traveling literally from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, almost थोड़ा सा ही बच गया है. तो but we are inspired from you कि आप कितना बढ़िया ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं. But not everyone will think that. They think अरे क्या है ये, सीधा फ्लाइट कर दो. Like so, this is this is what you did. You did not care about what others will think. You love to drive, you love to travel, so you did that what you love. So that is one thing. And then this is a quote given by the author that your only concern is being focused on yourself, so you don't damage your progress. मतलब आप आपके बारे में ही इतना सोचिए, you focus on yourself, that you don't have the time to think on what others are thinking about you, because you have to work on self progress. और अगर आप actually involved हैं खुद की self progress में, it literally gives you no time to think what others are thinking of you. And then the lastly I would, this is very good that you can decide to do something different, anything. For example, I love that Rumit sir इतना बढ़िया डांस करते हैं, all of us know that. हम में से कोई ऐसा डांस कर सकता है, the energy, anything, the way he dances. So he chose to be different, and he is a celebrity because he chose to be different. So be a celebrity, choose to be different, and don't be afraid of what others think of you. And this Epictetus tells that what others think. तो आपके पास दो चीजें हैं कंट्रोल की, इनवर्ड एंड आउटवर्ड. सो what you can control, you focus on that. You don't focus on what you cannot control. So dichotomy है what you can control and what you can't. Then second point is you give them the power over you. Very true. So this maybe the girls out here might know this more. Even the men. सोसाइटी में एक बहुत ही अलग सा मापदंड है लड़कियों के लिए कि आपको इस तरह से दिखना चाहिए, ये पढ़ना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए. इफ यू आर स्लाइटली डिफरेंट, यू विल बी जज्ड and judged from the similar gender. I'm not talking about the men. So you will be judged from the aunties only कि आप ऐसे, अरे ये तो ऐसी है, अरे ये तो वैसी है. So don't give them the power because they don't have any stake in your life. आपकी लाइफ का स्टेक आपके पेरेंट्स के पास, आपकी आपके सिबलिंग्स के पास है, नॉट on them. So you don't give them the power to judge you because when they judge you, you just ignore it कि हाँ ठीक है बोलने दो. So that actually diminishes their power over you. Yes, relatives do that a lot. For example, बोर्ड्स के रिजल्ट आया है तो खुद पहले पूछेंगे कि कितने परसेंटेज बन गए हैं. Anything, there are so many things I could talk about endlessly on this. So they don't think कि उनके बच्चे का क्या रिजल्ट आ रहा है, वो अगले के बच्चों का ज्यादा देखेंगे. यस, कंपैरिजन, वो है कि लोग लोग क्या कहेंगे. एंड देन जजमेंट्स. तो judging others is bad, of course, but when people are judgmental towards you, that causes distress. But अगर आप ही उस judgment को ignore कर देंगे, that you don't care कि वो क्या कह रहा है, then you will have the power and you will be more relaxed after that because you are not giving them the power. And then lastly, it's not epictetus, it's me, that सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. So yes, that is it from my side. The stage is open for discussion. We have some time. Anyone would like to share? Shade sir, I can see you would like to share.
Yes, thank you very much. तो बहुत मतलब this thing always keep coming in our life कि लोग क्या कहेंगे या लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, मोदी जी क्या कर रहे हैं, रशिया में क्या हो रहा है, लोग हमारे बारे में क्या कर रहे हैं. तो वी नीड टू फाइंड अ बैलेंस कि लोग हमारे बारे में क्या कहेंगे और हम लोगों के बारे में क्या कह रहे हैं. इन दोनों चीज़ों से मतलब अपने आप को सेव करते हुए कि हम अपने बारे में क्या कर रहे हैं और अपने बारे में क्या कह रहे हैं. वी मस्ट, आई ऑलवेज फोकस दिस कि जो कर रहा है करने दीजिए, बट वी शुड बी लाइक फोकस इन आवर ओन लाइफ कि आपके बाहर क्या हो रहा है, आसपास में क्या हो रहा है. We should be always remain detached from all these happenings. And this is the and to practice all this thing, what I find, our practice is the important practices to connecting ourselves is more important. Like TBF, TBF is always giving the power to us because I'm not attending so many for so many days. So today I thought कि आज कुछ भी हो जाए, आज I will attend the session. This is how you, this is how and when, how long you keep coming to yourself. That is the, you are just like charging your battery, which prevents how strong you are, then it prevents you for damaging of the battery of your life. So it is very important that keep coming yourself, keep strengthening yourself. हम जितना strengthening होंगे उतना ही बाहर की forces हैं हमें नहीं कर पाएंगे. So practice is very important, and joining TBF sessions, TBF is going so good work. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are missing you at the sessions immensely. Everyone will love you. Yes, Sumit sir, would you like to share? Everyone.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. And I hope I'm audible. Yes. So I just want to share that, sometimes it happens that, you feel awkward, or sometimes people will judge you or look at you what is happening. So I was in one of the group blessings school group. So there we had course on fast reading, how to improve your reading and all. So there every day one lesson will be there, 15 minutes, and end of the day you have to submit your learnings and summary and all, and sometimes video also for them. So we were in mall. It was weekend. Uh, I was with family, and there was one task. So there is 3 to 1 technique. So under 3 to 1 technique, you are reading, you can go on reading for 3 minutes. And then you have to try that again, read it in 3 minutes, then again read it in 2 minutes, and finally try to read it in 1 minute. So this 3 to 1 technique will, it will be like servicing of your brain and eyes to make it faster. You used to make it faster reading. So we were in mall and it was almost 10:30 night, late evening after shopping and all. And by the way, we'll reach home, it would be midnight. So I'll miss the submission. So there only some shop had displayed something. So I decided that I'll read it and all. So my wife and son said, "What is this?" Instead of in front of all the public, you are reading all this thing. What people will say and what they will think. And I told them, just you do the recording. Na? I'm just reading and all. So they just part away. They say, "No, no, this is too embarrassing." So I just kept that camera on some, fixing some railing and all. There I fixed the camera and I started doing that. So by the this passing, two people were laughing. So two girls were laughing. What is this going on? It is strange, na? You find someone reading like this, then again reading, again reading. So after completing the video, I just inform them what is means explain them what is this technique and all. So they were also very impressed and happy. So I made them to join the Blessings Club also, and that is how you need not have to bother about what other people will think, as long as you are not doing anything wrong. You need not worry at all. Even once I was traveling in train, so we have one more group of this Krishna conscious group. So in that we had during before Ram Navami, we started morning session 7 to 8, where we Ramcharit Manas, everyone participant one by one will recite sloka and explain this thing, and we start with Hanuman Chalisa and end. So they told me to do it, and I was in train surrounded by people, and it was early morning, so some people will be sleeping. Uh, Means, and I just started Hanuman Chalisa, and then so without bothering about this, so few people sleeping were disturbed, but I didn't care about that because I had to do my, I was assigned the job and it was my turn. So I did it and also recited sloka and all. So it is that you should not worry about anyone. Otherwise, you will not be able to do anything in life. You will be always worried that what these people will say, what will happen, and all. So you need not bother about anyone. So that is the uh, thing I would like to convey. Thank you very much. And as
Wonderful.
Palakji said that, sometimes in some get together and all parties, some people will say, "Arey, you dance very well, so let us dance here and all." But now, as you grow and you achieve, means you get to some position, so you have to maintain the decorum and all. So then make some excuse or something. But some places the boss also says, "Arey, don't bother about anything, just enjoy the party." So that is how we have to think about it. Otherwise, you will not progress in life, or you won't be able to do anything if you start bothering about other people. Because there are so many people, and their job is to only fault finding and judging the people. So that's all from my side. Thank you, and nice to see Priyanka ji after a long time, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful sharing. And yes, you are a celebrity, you don't need anyone, sir. बढ़िया आप सब कर लेते हैं. Amazing. Like we, I would like to remind, सर हम दिल्ली हाट में नाच लिए थे तो बाकी तो क्या ही है. बढ़ने का made us dance there. Yes. Thank you, sir. If anyone else would like to share.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much, Palak ma'am, for such beautiful slides. The second chapter was very good, and I want to share some examples from my life on that. So, there have been many instances where like, I posted something good online or shared something to a friend, and then the whole time I'm thinking about what she or he might be thinking about what I have told them. Would they be thinking what I want them to think, or are they thinking something else? Are they misinterpreting what I have said? So this overthinking and all these weird kind of thoughts just keep coming and coming. And so there has been some examples where I actually got the chance to actually talk to them about what they've thought about what I have said. They're like, what have you told? They don't even sometimes remember. And so this is what I have understood, that if a thought is keeping me anxious or keeping me in an overthinking loop without even knowing the complete picture of the other's head, which we can never know, so why to give them the remote control of our emotions, and why to make them the host of how we should feel? So if you have told anyone anything to anyone, or you know that some people's opinion can put you in an anxious state, so just withdraw all the control from their that you have given to them. So just focusing on yourself, and that I think the solution is only to um, distract, or like just to then anchor your attention to yourself, and to understand that they have their own life. They are also thinking about what other people will be thinking about them. So it's a loop, and it's better that we stay out of the loop. So thank you so much.
Thank you. But very well said. Like overthinking, sometimes here the author also says that overthinking and what others think of you has one of the solution is practicing gratitude, like being inward, turning inward towards others, ourselves, not outward. Yes. Good morning, Rotary. All right. So, anyone else would like to share? We'll wind up. So, good morning, Chandraji. Yes. So, thank you so much, everyone. It was a wonderful session, and thank you for all your valuable feedbacks and comments. It was very relatable letters. Both of them were very relatable in our daily lives. So yes, with that, we'll wind up the session. And today we have the Gita session tonight at 7:30 p.m. by Anil Gandhiaji. So see you all then. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye. Bye, everyone.